Hello, Louis.
How's it going?
Hey,
Hello.
Louis. Hi, how are you doing? This is Quinn Sender from Radio 538, the Netherlands. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Thank you for speaking to me. How are you?
Yeah, we're very fine. And we heard your new single, and it is one of a kind. So, congratulations.
Really? You like it? You like it?
Yes, we really like it. The title is Miss You. It's kind of rocky, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was important for me to... I've done a couple of collaborations now with, Steve Aoki and Baby Rexha.
Yes.
And it was important for this one sonically to really sound like me, so I definitely wanted to push the guitars and, push for as much kind of live sound as possible, really.
Okay, so when you're alone, when you're solo, you're more rocky than we presume.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I grew up loving, bands like Green Day and also, I was obsessed with Oasis and real band style music, but also, there's a little bit of pop punk in there as well with Green Day. And I think, that definitely comes through in this record. And I think it was important for me to make something that sounds, because this is like a good advert for the album, I think. Singles. The other two songs kind of gave me an opportunity to go a little bit outside of the genre, of my genre, So I think, again, it was important to push the guitars and that organic sound on this one.
No, it's really organic sound. And also it has a little bit of an 80s touch, if you ask me.
Nice. I like that. It's cool.
Okay, back to the title of your single, Miss You. Who do you had in mind when you wrote the song?
Well, a lot of my stuff, I try and write my lyrics as honest as possible and, make it kind of conversational and autobiographical. So, I think it very much is about me, but I also wanted to write it, so people could interpret it and relate to it in their own way. I think if we haven't been in that situation ourselves, we all kind of know someone, in that kind of situation. And I think it was just one of those things where, you might be in a certain routine or like I was going out all the time, and you can kind of just get into a situation where you get into a routine where you're kind of going through the motions and you're asking yourself really how much you're enjoying it. Some nights are great and some nights you get that realization and you start to, think about everything else. And it's kind of just about that, really.
Louis, all the One Directioners are solo at the moment. Do you have a personal favorite?
I mean, it'd be a bit unfair for me to say, but actually I have answered this question before. I think if I wasn't in the band and I listened to everyone's individually, I suppose I'd probably gravitate towards Niall's, just because I love that kind of music, and actually the production on the track, it's really easy listening, but really really good sound.
Yeah, and it's also great, and we mean that from the bottom of our heart, that all the five of you are also great solo artists. You don't see that often.
Thank you.
No, it's
thank you.
really good.
Yeah, it's cool. I think it shows the strength of us as individuals,
Yes, of course. Louis Tomlinson, we wish you all the best. We wish you happy holidays. We wish you a nice engagement with Prince Harry. We wish you a good new single. We wish you a great birthday. And may all your wishes, and we say from all the viewers and listeners from Radio 538, Happy New Year and a nice 2018 with all the love in your heart and joy to the world.
After his headphones, can you hear us over there, Louis?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Well, listen, welcome back to our little show. How you been, all right?
Yeah, good, thank you. Nice to see you both.
And it's good to see you too. And you're right northern, aren't you?
I spend a lot of time in America, so it's important to me that I keep the accent nice and thick.
Absolutely. They always understand you in America, of course.
It's one of those things, that's when you start to lose your accent. When you make allowances and you go up to an American person and you say, do you mind if I can put this in the trash? Just to be nice, you know what I mean? But you shouldn't do that. That's when you start building up the accent and remembering.
And I bet when you go home, they think you sound real American.
Occasionally, people might have a joke at it, and it does make me a bit grumpy. I like to sound northern; it's important. Yeah.
Now, last month, Louis won Best UK and Ireland Act at the MTV Europe Music Awards.
Thank you.
Wow! And he's just released his third solo single, "Miss You," which he performed on the X Factor final on Saturday night. You'll also see Louis perform "Miss You" on the Royal Variety Performance on ITV on Tuesday, December 19th. Wow. Since 1D went on hiatus, which is an American phrase, by the way.
It's a stupid phrase.
I don't know what it really means.
Isn't it? It's one of those things. There's just no need for hiatus.
It is, yeah, you're right.
It's always bugged me that way.
You're on some kind of a break.
Anyway, he's been working on solo material, and his debut solo album is due out next year. The exact date is still to be confirmed. What about the album then? What's going on?
I'm pretty much there now. I wrote probably the last song about a month ago.
Well, with all due respect, and I've known you a long time, what's delayed you?
Honestly, I think, well, for a start, I've written probably more than 100 songs for this album. I didn't want to rush it, and I wanted to experience different sounds and work out what was best for me, and then also use my own references. And I think I've really nailed that on this single, Miss You. It feels a load more like me, and there's loads more guitar in there, and I'm really happy with the sound of this.
And the album, is it going to be dancey? Is it going to be poppy?
It's going to be like this. This is a good advert for the album, Miss You.
You're pleased with this, aren't you? I thought this was quite different. Is this a different direction slightly for you, do you say?
I feel like I've kind of been learning throughout the process, and that's what was great about collaborations with like Steve Aoki, the DJ. I could do stuff that was a bit more dancey, and then with BB Rexa, stuff that's a little bit more urban. But this single, Miss You, is much more in line with my taste.
And also, ignore what he says. It's okay to take your time, isn't it? I mean, he's got enough time. He can do what he wants.
Get off me back.
I'm sorry, man. How is life, and do you miss the guys?
Yeah, of course. I think there's the same situations that we've all had are different now on your own, even interviews, and there's certain moments where it does help to share the load, even if it's from a point of excitement, be like, this is amazing, isn't it, boys? You definitely notice in those moments. And on the road, I'm sure it helps. I don't have experience yet of touring on my own. I think from a writing perspective and from a musical point of view, it's easier to kind of zone in and go, right, this is who I am, as opposed to this is who we are, where you have to try and fit 4 or 5 different references and tastes.
Is there more pressure for you as a solo performer? Because it's still fans and it's still get this done by this certain date, and I mean, I was joking earlier on, and all of that. Is more or less pressure?
I think it's more, really. I think to a certain degree we set a bar, you know, with One Direction, and coming out of a band like One Direction, there is a certain expectation of people. So, of course, there's that pressure, but I think that's what drives all of us. I mean, you know, it helps having that pressure there. I do think so.
Yeah. Just off on a tangent, Doncaster Rovers, I don't know.
Yeah, they're not doing very well this season.
Is that right?
Yeah, not doing very well.
Okay, are you playing at all?
I haven't played football for about a year now. I played in a charity game last year, so I'm pretty unfit now, I'm not going to lie, I'm unfit. But I love playing football, so I've just been getting this album sorted and stuff like that, but especially on the road and stuff, I'll be playing football.
Do you play when you're in America, in LA with the expats at all?
We've been to play football in LA maybe a couple of times, but it's honestly, I know this is real British, it's so hot to be playing footy.
Football. And, I mean, do you still live here?
Yeah, well, I live between here and LA, yeah.
It must be like a culture shock in the extreme.
Yeah, especially my upbringing, being from North England and Doncaster. It's absolute chalk and cheese, Doncaster in LA, for example.
Would be,
you know? It's one of those things, and I don't think you can ever really grasp it. There'll be times where you just sit to yourself and just think, yeah, it's crazy that I'm here now. But actually, ironically, I get the most nervous and expectation and stuff like that for stuff in England.
Yeah,
because it's me home.
And what about acting? Because Harry's been there doing a bit of acting and wearing a silly jacket, obviously. You see that jacket he was wearing?
I thought it was rather good, actually.
I mean,
nice.
now, you've been in a couple of things, haven't you?
When I was younger, I did do like extra work.
So anything recent?
No, I think, like I say, I've written a lot of songs for this album, and I think I really need to give 110% to who I want to be as an artist and getting that right before I venture out of anything else.
The single, it's called Miss You, and it's out right now. Just talk me through it a little bit, why you want the fans to like it.
Like I say, I'm loads happy with the sound of the record and the production here. It's exciting for me to have much more guitar in it and more live elements. That'll translate well for the live show, and I'm excited about that. And conceptually, it's just about being in that routine of going out all the time and going through the same day over and over again. And sometimes it's really fun, and sometimes it's not so fun, and you get those moments of realisation and like, yeah, maybe I missed that person. So it's just about that.
Louis Tomlinson, everybody.
Thank you.
And here it comes, it's called Miss You. Thank you, Louis. See you
Thank
next
you.
time.
My imagination. Is it something that...
Tomlinson on the show right now. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm alright, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, man, and I'm loving this new tune of yours. I feel like you've done as a dance tune, you've done as an R&B tune, and now we're seeing a really rocky side to you.
Yeah, I think this one's the closest to me, and I think that's the great thing about doing collaborations. You know, you can kind of extend your genre a little bit, and I think that's what I did with Steve and with BB. But now I'm out on my own with this song. I think it was important, you know, to really kind of tap into, you know, my references growing up, and like I was obsessed with Green Day growing up, and loved, you know, other band music like Oasis and other stuff like that. So I think we've definitely got a bit of that pop punk angst in this.
Oh yeah, definitely getting some Oasis, some Green Day from this tune. What's this one about?
It's about kind of amazing and exciting things happening around you, and you maybe not being able to take it all in because you know your mind's on something else, and it's kind of just talking about going through the motions, and then there's that one night when you realise that you actually really miss this person and you need to do something about it. So
that's deep. Tell you what, let's play it on the show right now if you'd like to introduce it for us.
Great, yeah, okay. I'm Louis Tomlinson, and this is my new single, Miss You.
That is the brand new single from Louis Tomlinson. It's called Miss You. Louis hanging out on the show right now. You were on the X Factor at the weekend there for the final. What's it like going back on the X Factor, knowing that you came from that show? Do you get nervous, or?
I've got a bit of a point to prove. I always feel when I come back onto the X Factor, and I always, you know, want to be the best version of myself. Obviously, that's the show that I came from, and
did you have the fear that the judges could stand up at any point and say, give you some credit?
I mean, not so much about the judges, but I think naturally the public, and so they should. You know, we came from that competition and from that show, and now hopefully, you know, we pull off a performance that's worthy of that. So I think, you know, that's always in the back of my mind, and I always want to deliver the best I can.
When we tweeted and said that you were going to be on the show, I got tons of your fans replying and saying, ask him about his album, we know that it's maybe coming in 2018, but can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so it's just the final stages of that now. I think I've finished writing, just got a little bit more recording to do. So I'm just eager to get it out now. I feel, you know, I've written like maybe over 100 songs, and this has been a long process now, so I'm really excited to get it out. So
is there a range of sounds on the album then? Because what you've gave us so far, single-wise, they have been quite different. So
yeah, it's been quite different. I mean, to be honest, I think this latest one, Miss You, is a good advert sonically for the album. And again, like I said, this sound is closer to me, so I'm definitely going to be pushing that organic and live sound, but still keeping it pop and exciting and modern.
All right, okay. And you're going to come back and see us once you put the album out on a tour, right?
Yes, yeah, I can't wait, actually, yeah.
How do you find the Scottish crowd?
Wicked. I've got great memories, actually. When we first started out as One Direction, before we did any gigs, actually, we did a little small like club and pub tour in Scotland over like 4 venues. It was amazing, honestly. It was some of the best memories we have of One Direction, actually, legit.
I wonder how many people know that actually happened. Like when people find out that they could have seen One Direction in their local pub.
I've got like there's a hoodie. Is it Campus hoodie? There's like a
Campus, yeah, that's in Glasgow.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
that's so cool. Man,
that was really fun, man. It was. Yeah, we've got some really good memories there, actually.
Work life aside, how's dad life?
It's absolutely lovely. It's amazing, and he's amazing, Freddie. So yeah, I'm blessed.
And what age is Freddie now? Is he getting to that age where obviously it's coming up to Christmas? Does he know who Santa is and all that sort of stuff?
I think next Christmas he'll be more aware. I mean, he's coming up to 2, so I think next Christmas he'll be really. I mean, don't get me wrong, he'll still be super excited and stuff, but yeah, I think he'll really grasp the concept next year.
So you're going to get away with it for another year, and then next year it's properly hands-on.
Yeah, definitely. Just an Apple for him this year. Yeah, an Apple. Yeah.
Listen, Lee, before you go, I want to play screenshot roulette with you. I'll explain how that works before 9, and I'll get on some music from Ed Sheeran next on Clyde1. Evening. Since hanging out on the show tonight, before you go, man, we want to play screenshot roulette. It involves this roulette wheel here and your screenshot folder.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
If you've got your phone.
Let's have a look. Oh, it's a fairly new phone, so it might be a bit disappointing, this, but okay, let's go.
Right, so we're going to chuck a ball on the roulette wheel.
This is going to be really bad, but go on.
Oh, man, you must have moved your stuff over for your old phone, no?
Oh, no, I haven't, actually. No, I like to start fresh sometimes. New phone, new start, you know what I'm saying?
New phone, who dis?
Okay. Oh.
And it's number 3, so your third last screenshot.
Honestly, this is going to be really dry. Okay, third to last screenshot is pretty nice house that I've screenshotted because I'm currently looking at different houses. So yeah, it's pretty dry, pretty boring. There's one in here that I really don't want you to get, and I will be honest if you get it, but we'll see if you get that.
I mean, that was it. We only do one, but listen,
Oh,
just
right,
you
okay.
I really want to know what that one is now. So can we go again and see if we get it?
You can have one more go. Yeah.
Here we
one
go.
more.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm hoping it's coming out on this one, man. Number 7.
7. So my seventh last.
Yes,
or?
7th last.
Okay, let's go. No, not as exciting. Not as exciting. Just this proper idiot, actually. This idiot on Twitter. This guy who was at the video shoot and started tweeting all these fans, just like trying to like show off that he was in the shoot, making them jealous and stuff. So it's just a screenshot of that, and then send that on to my manager. So there you go.
Let's not have this guy back ever again.
No. He comes across a bit of a asshole, to be honest. So I just don't like people being that to the fans. So anyway, that's that. At least you didn't get the 1-2 before that. That would have been a lot more exciting.
Oh, is that not what we had the first time? Number 5?
No. Oh, well, or 9, I suppose.
Oh, mate, you've got a good screenshots folder for somebody that said this was going to be really naff.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, man, thanks for playing.
So
Can you
fun.
tell us just quickly before you go where the house is, if you're looking here or abroad or
Well,
maybe Scotland?
Because I've already got the place out in America at the moment, so it's somewhere in England, somewhere in Scotland. I'm going to Scotland.
Listen, man, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Well, until then, thank you so much for coming in and chatting to us, and good luck with the album. And maybe see you soon, yeah?
Nice one. Nice chatting to you. Cheers.
Louis Tomlinson, everybody.
Thank you.
Here's this.